Politicians who can't agree on much are all talking about the temporary foreign worker program.
It should be canceled or significantly reformed.
The temporary foreign worker program needs to be repealed and replaced.
But there's still lots of disagreement about what exactly needs to change.
Permanently scrap the temporary foreign worker program.
And the temporary foreign worker program must have a focused approach.
So let's talk about it. What is the temporary foreign worker program and what should be done about it? The temporary foreign worker program is supposed to help businesses bring in workers when no local workers are available. There are different streams aimed at different kinds of workers. The program grew quite a bit in the last few years, though new limits took effect last fall. Companies must show they tried to hire Canadians and couldn't before they can hire a TFW, but federal Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre says TFWs are squeezing out some local workers.
They're shutting our own youth out of jobs and replacing them with low-wage temporary foreign workers.
Economists aren't so sure. Youth unemployment has been high, but they say the TFW program isn't necessarily to blame.
The temporary foreign worker program is not nearly large enough to be driving those increases.
Still, for years, experts have raised concerns about the program. Some say that in the long run, businesses that use it are less likely to raise wages. Others say because the program ties workers to their bosses, it makes them vulnerable to mistreatment. So if the temporary foreign worker program is broken, what should be done about it? Let's say we do get rid of the program. Some economists think that's a good idea.
I think we could phase it out quite quickly.
They say if the program didn't exist, a business that couldn't find workers would have to offer better pay, or it could invest in new technology so it wouldn't need as many people. But some say the TFW program prevents that from happening.
What firms can do instead is to say, well, I'll stick with this wage that did not lead to a successful employee search, and I'll just bring someone from a low-wage country somewhere in the world. And so not only does it potentially hold the wage fixed, it could lead to less investment in new technology.
This economist says we should wean businesses off the program, at least from the low-wage stream. Businesses already have to pay a fee to the government to hire a TFW. He suggests charging higher fees, especially to businesses that rely on the program year after year.
Pushing, away from a reliance on cheap foreign labor is certainly moving in the right direction. It is not a solution to Canada's productivity problem, but it's part of the solution.
Many business owners say sometimes there just aren't any local people to hire, especially in rural and remote areas.
The reality in our rural Atlantic Canada locations is that we have a severe shortage of a labor pool. We've continually increased our wages, and our starting wage hasn't made any difference. I cannot hire people that do not exist.
At the end of the day, if we don't have access to a workforce, we're going to see closures and job loss and higher menu prices.
Other experts say the big problem with the temporary foreign worker program is the way it's designed. Temporary foreign workers generally have closed work permits, which means they aren't allowed to change jobs.
Your employer holds all the cards in terms of your destiny in this country.
She helps newcomers, including TFWs, and says many of them hope to stay in Canada, creating a power imbalance that makes workers vulnerable.
One of the things we'll see is workers' contracts say they'll be paid $20 an hour, and then their employer demands that they pay them back maybe half of that money in cash.
One solution, give TFWs open permits.
I think that's just a fundamental. They become not quite as vulnerable and dependent upon a specific employer. That they do then therefore have labor mobility, which is a really, really key labor right.
But businesses aren't so sure about that idea either.
In the case of 35 workers from Mexico, it's basically about $33,000 to fly them in one way.
He says if workers had open permits and did change jobs, he'd be left with a big bill and nothing to show for it. Another suggestion is to raise the standards for who can use the program. Right now, businesses that want to hire a TFW have to prove they tried to hire locals and couldn't. But this expert thinks it's still too easy.
I feel like employers are given too much latitude in how they use this program.
He thinks the government should be more hands-on and aggressive, demanding businesses prove it's absolutely necessary to hire TFWs.
Make them have to just do a better job of justifying their use of the program and give the government a more active role in determining whose application is the strongest.
As for business groups, they say they're open to change, but hope the program remains in some form.
We have to really sit down and have conversations around what are the economic needs for the communities across the country.
Clearly, the temporary foreign worker program stirs up strong opinions about work, human rights, and the future of the economy. The Prime Minister has said the program does need reforms. He'll certainly have his work cut out for him if he wants a solution that works for everybody.